I just wanted to give a shout out to all the young business owners out there that are working their tails off trying to grow their companies. You know, so many nights I would get home, let's say 2 or 3 nights a week. During the week, I would get home by 9, 10 o'clock at night after running hard and heavy all day long. And then on Saturday, right back at it, get home, by 8. And by Sunday, my bones would hurt so bad just because I'd been running and pushing myself to the limits. And because I wasn't charging enough, I was slowly burying myself into an early grave. I was not making any money. The more I worked, the more debt I had. So this is something that a lot of young business owners have a problem with. It's just we don't see the value in the service that we provide, and we're always afraid to charge more. We're afraid we're going to make those customers mad, especially after we've been not charging enough for a while. We probably have a good portion of our clients that are extremely cheap, and those are not necessarily the clients that we always want. They're the clients that take up the most of our time, that no matter how cheap it is, they bitch and moan because of the price. They can always get it cheaper. They think they can always get it cheaper somewhere else. These are not our ideal clients. So I don't know. I know I was afraid to raise my rates because I thought, I'm going to piss off Bob. I'm going to piss off Mark. I'm going to piss off Sue. I'm going to piss off all these people because I know they complained already. As soon as I raise my rates, the floodgates are going to open and my phone's going to be blowing up and I'm going to have to put up with these and have this difficult conversation, right? I decided to go ahead and do it anyways. Feel the fear and do it anyways. And of course I had some of those conversations. I had to have those. And I think that's just a natural progression of a business that's growing. A lot of small companies don't market for several years, and that's a huge mistake. You should be marketing right away. That way you can get yourself some help right away. You can buy the things you need to go ahead and get another van, to go ahead and stock that van, and believe me guys, I've made all these mistakes. I didn't do any of this stuff. So it's the do as I say, not as I do type thing. I made all the mistakes in the world, and it was horrible. And my life was horrible, and my job was horrible. I created the absolute worst job in the world for myself, one that never let up, ever. And I'm really driven myself anyhow, so for me to say that, it means a lot. I mean, I do a lot. I'm constantly doing something to move my business and my side jobs that I do. My side jobs being HVAC service ready, and I do that because I love it, for one thing. I found a new passion with teaching people instead of just owning an HVAC business. Not that that's not a great thing. It's just that I'm not quite as passionate about the HVAC business as I used to be. Now I'm still driven, and I'm still going to build an empire. It's going to take me a little more time than I thought. That's for damn sure. I sure thought it would go a lot faster, but that's because I wasn't doing the right things at the right times, and I was hesitant about everything. So back to making more money to grow your business. We're all afraid to raise our prices. That's the bottom line. When you're first starting out, you believe, because I know, because I was the same way, I believed it too, that the reason I won any job is because I was the low bid. That's the first lie that you're telling yourself. That's an absolute downright dirty lie. It's a dirty lie because it'll keep you struggling for long periods of time. it's a dirty lie that we tell ourselves, and we got to stop it. You know, if you love your customers, you provide an awesome service, and you'll do anything for your customers, and you stand behind your work, and you answer your phone. All of these things demand a better price, because all the guys working out of their trucks, doing it on the side practically with a license, that always come in and undercut you. If they get the job, you know, the customer will get exactly what they pay for, the tail light warranty. You know, by the time the tail lights are out of sight, that's how long the warranty lasts. You ain't gonna be able to get a hold of those people anymore once they leave your property. So they're getting something, and there's extreme value in that. So it's something that I want to help anybody out there who's struggling to raise their rates to maybe think about it a little differently, because you have to look at yourself as a professional and who deserves professional rates. I don't care if you're a one-man shop, a two-man shop, a three-man shop. Chances are you can raise your rates and your customers will not even say a word. And any of them that do say a word are going to be the ones that you do not want for customers anymore. And I'm not talking about gouging anybody. I'm talking about a fair rate, a fair price that allows you to grow your business, have profit, and pay yourself. And believe me, I am the worst advocate of this. I have held myself back for so many years. My business could be double what it is right now if I wouldn't have waited so long to hear a message that's just like this. So I hope I'm catching you at the right time. Business is booming. It's summer. Now's the time to do it. Now more than ever. Especially when you're providing fast service. When, you know, in the middle of the summer, there'll be clients that own maintenance agreements that have a 2 or 3 week wait, because the company they work for is so big and has so many clients that they have to put them off for 2 or 3 weeks. Well, being a smaller company and not having quite as many clients, you're a lot more agile. You can get to people a lot faster, and this is the time that you pick up new business to grow your company. But at the same time, don't undervalue yourself. You got to charge what you're worth. So make sure that there's profit at the end of the month, especially during these busy seasons. This is the time. If you live in a region that has some slower times, then you'll find that you're not going to have enough money to sustain you through those slower times. That's why it's so important to make your money right now while the getting's good. It's feast, you know, and you need to gorge yourself. Build that bank account up, and you'll have the money that you need if it ever slows down. Now, hopefully, you take a portion of that money, you know, and spend it towards advertising, because that's what's going to help get you some more business during slower periods. So don't wait too long to advertise. It's a huge mistake. Everybody thinks it's cool or something. Like it's cool that we're doing $500,000, didn't spend a penny on advertising. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because just because it's the booming time of the year doesn't mean you shouldn't be preparing to advertise and doing whatever it needs to happen to keep your business steady the rest of the year. I'm driving like into a major storm here. Everybody's pulling over to the side of the road. I'm wondering if there's not something else going on here. Make sure I'm not going to drive into a tornado. We're in Kansas. We get tornadoes, so and it's that type of weather. It's sunny, and I got sun behind me and clouds in front of me. So be sure to charge enough, guys. This is our livelihoods. We need to provide for our families. It takes a long time to get the skills that you've acquired to be able to start your own business and know what you're doing and fix people's problems and provide solutions. Like, it takes a lot of time, effort, energy on your part to be able to do that. What the hell is going on? Everybody's like stopping, man. There's people pulled off to the side of the road. I don't know if you can see it. You can't. This is strange. I don't see a tornado. So weird. I keep wondering if I'm gonna drive into some hail or something here. But so be sure to charge enough. Don't go for years and years and years until you get to a point where you don't have a choice. Do it now. Do it now while you can, and you won't have to go through such struggle and heartache and possibly bankruptcy and possibly losing your business. So if you listen to any of these videos that I've ever done for you, please listen to this one. This is so important. You know, there's companies charging anywhere from on service, because service has a very high overhead. That department, if you departmentalize your company, service has a pretty high overhead, where installation's not quite as high. And because service is high, we have to charge a lot more. So there's companies out there, you know, it's not uncommon for a company to have a $275 an hour rate or $300 an hour rate. It's different for different regions of the country. So wherever you're at might not quite be that high. A lot of my price increases have been throughout the years, so it's relatively slow, so it's not going to shock my customers the next time they get a bill. So, and it's not that I want to charge my customers. You know, I'd love to be able to provide my service for free, but the bottom line is we can't. You know, we can't. And the ultimate bottom line is that business, my business, your business, exists to serve you. You know, it also serves all the employees, all the people that you employ, and all the families of the people that you employ. But if it's not taking care of you, which my business, you know, has not done a good job of taking care of me for many years, and that's strictly because of my lack of knowledge and my failure to change a little faster. You know, I've learned what it takes to do over $1 million. I definitely have that figured out, because I can do that consistently now. But now I want to get to 2 million, so that's my goal this year. And we might come close. We'll see. We're pretty much on track. We're probably $40,000-$50,000 behind, but between next month and the month after and this month, you know, it's still possible. It's still highly possible that we can hit it. So that's all I got. I know I've been rambling for quite some time, but I'm hoping that I catch somebody at the right time to listen to this. Like I said, people can charge up to $300 an hour for their hourly rate in service. Now, you know, where are you at right now? If you're not at least 130 to 220, I know it's quite a big range, but if you're not in that range, or I would say if you are, when you add up like your diagnostic fee and your first half hour, if you're not over 185, you can raise your rates a little bit. Absolutely. Even if you're a one-man company, you can raise your rates a little bit. Just provide better service than any of your competitors on every single call. Go above and beyond. Check out www.hvacserviceready for any small business owner. I'm continuing to put more and more programs in there, and I've changed it's just a monthly subscription fee now. So go check that out and I'm going to stop rambling. Go make money.